two unemployed bonded nurses who were part of a demonstration today are in the grips of police for defying orders not to march to the Jubilee House. Leaders of the agitating nurses had a tough time restraining their angry members who were bent on marching to the seat of government to submit a petition to the president. An intervention by the Director of Political Affairs of the Office of the Chief of Staff was not enough to calm the angry unemployed nurses who Monday vowed to march to the Jubilee House to present that petition to President Akufo-Addo. The nurses' attempt to carry through their protest was met with this fierce resistance by a heavy police deployment of about 30 men who did not allow them use the Ring Road route to the Jubilee House, and in the end, Frank Asiedu-Bekwai from the Chief of Staff's office received the petition from the nurses amidst chants and boos from a visibly unhappy crowd of health workers. Komla Adom follows the protesters, and here's his wrap.
The nurses who had gathered here are currently being ushered out of the premises here, according to AMA officials. The movement or the decision to mass up here is not allowed, and so they are just currently driving the people away from the inside there. And as you can see, there's some agitation ongoing. The nurses are not excited about the decision of the AMA officials to drive them out of this place, but they say they are, organized to do a peaceful protest, a march from here to the Jubilee House, which we now know has been temporarily suspended because the police authorities say they are unable to allow the protesters march to the Jubilee House to present their petition. They suggested an alternative for them, which is the Heart of Oak Park. But the nurses say they are not going to converge at the Heart of Oak Park because several petitions they have submitted to regional ministers on this particular matter of unemployment has not yielded any results. And let me just speak to them briefly. I'll be joined by this. But thank you very much. What appears to be the position there? What's happening there? Yeah, our leadership have been in contact with the police commander and other security personnel. But they're saying they've given them the permission to go to the last half of the Jubilee House, but they should not go. But we don't get it because we travel all along from Kintampo. We don't have money, but we try to come here only for them to prevent us today, this morning, after wasting our money to get in here. So we must go. We are citizens of the state, and we are never going to be spectators. So go there. If they brutalize it, we are fighting for our rights. To be fair to you and to be fair to the police, they are being cautious following the disturbances at KNUST. Don't you think it's just only fair that they allow you to converge at a different location, submit your petition anyway, and then it will be forwarded to the president? I think they've not learned any lesson from KNUST. They are going to be addressed by their leader, who is insisting that they're calming the people down, but it appears the followers do not want to back down. We continue to dialogue with the police, and then they deny us access. As few members that are closer are agitated, should we call in all the 8,000, all the 7,850? You can imagine what will happen, and we don't want that to happen. We want the police to give us access to peacefully march to the Jubilee House, where we'll be presenting our petition to the President of the Republic. Else, the action of our members later on, we wouldn't be able to predict what members can do from the way they are singing and they are agitated. They said they notified you and you directed them to rather march to the House of Park.
But is it the same thing? Then you are saying two different things. What was agreed on is what must be done. What was agreed on? This is what they have said. Agreed that they will have to march through the traditional routes that we have in Accra, that you know, up to the House of Oak Park.
Madam, for close to an hour, you've been trying to prevent them from going. What
appears to be the challenge.
The question is, challenge from which side? I've been talking to them. No, I'm talking to them that what was agreed, if that was not communicated to them, it must be communicated to them so that they agree to what we all plan together. And they will have no problem. You escort them, you lead them to the House of Oak Park, and they present whatever.
It made us understand that up until this morning, there was an agreement that they were going to march the Jubilee House. Only until this morning that plan changed.
It's not true. Which of them said it? That is not true. Ask who brought the notification and who took part in the engagement. Because at the end of the day, the most important is to have your petition presented to the presidency. So by whatever means that the petition got to him, I think that justifies whatever that we have done.
Instruction from the police.
As leaders, we have tried as much as possible to calm them down. I think for now they are at least calm. The police commander, the regional commander, is still having a feedback from the Jubilee House to get a delegation from us to meet a delegation at Jubilee House so that we will get the issue once again resolved. We have assured our members that at least let us give the government this last opportunity to go to the negotiation table and see what comes out of it. So we have let them know that this is what it's been done, and then these are the arrangements. They are giving the feedback from the Jubilee House to get 6 members from both sides, that is the Allied Health, Bonded Allied Health, and then also for the nursing fraternity, so that we go and then have a negotiation once more. Because we have been promised on several occasions, but for the fact that we are noble professionals and citizens that are law-abiding, we want to give our leaders the maximum respect and go back to the negotiation table for the last time. Right. But whatever happens, if this negotiation table, they've not released the clearance this particular week, they should know that we the leaders have lost control of our members. Whatever decision they take later on, they shouldn't blame us. So they have brought it upon themselves.
All right, thank you very much. You just heard there, Bright Bell. He is the leader of the Allied Health Workers, one of the groups that are agitating to get their financial clearance and postings done for them. So still a very, confusing situation here. The police authorities say they are waiting for more information from the Office of the President. But for now, the agreement is that a 6-member delegation from the Nurses Front will be led by the security forces. They will go to the presidency and meet another delegation there and submit the petition to them. But it appears the decision hasn't sat well with a lot of the members of the 100 people who have gathered here so far. So it's a lot of confusion, it's a lot of chaos, a lot of talking and shouting, it's a lot of back and forth at the moment right here around the Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange.
My name is Frank Bequin. I am the Director of Political Affairs to the Chief of Staff. The Chief of Staff has sent me here today to come and pick the petition on behalf of Mr. President. We have agreed with your leadership that tomorrow 6 of them will come to the presidency for us to sit down and listen to your concerns and take matters up. Be rest assured that a government that has restored nursing training allowance will care for you. Also be rest assured that a lot of nurses have been employed under this government. And all that we are saying is that tomorrow we are going to meet your leadership and accept your grievances, and we will see together how we will be able to resolve this matter amicably. Because we are aware that you are also Ghanaians, you need to work. Nobody will deny you employment. It is the duty of government to make sure that its citizens also are decently employed, that the government takes that challenge. And we are going to meet your leaders leadership, and we will take it up from there. I thank you for granting me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
As you can see from the background, it's clearly a very tense atmosphere. A representative from the Office of the Chief of Staff, Mr. Bekwing, Director of Political Affairs, has been here. He says he was sent by the presidency to come and receive the petition on behalf of the agitated nurses. He has told them that tomorrow a delegation of 6 members from the nurses front will be invited to the office of the president. They're going to sit to have a discussion and an engagement over their grievances. But it appears the nurses are not willing to accept this particular proposal. And as you can see, there's a back and forth happening here. And it remains to be seen if the nurses are indeed going to accept to meet officials or delegation from the office of the president tomorrow to iron out all these differences. They say they are fed up, they are tired.
So it's been quite heated on the education and health front, and we can speak to a rep of the nurses for the latest. That's the bonded nurses, Michael Adondo. He's secretary of bonded unemployed nurses and joins us on the line. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Adondo. So we're told that 2 of your colleagues were arrested today in the process, in that chaotic process, whilst you wanted to petition or send your petition to the presidency. Are they still in police custody as we speak?
Yes, good evening to you and your listeners out there. The name is Michael Adongo, not Adondo. Sorry for.
Thank you very much. I'm giving you a new name. Sorry about that.
Maybe it's normal.
It's fine.
Yes. After we spoke, the rep from the Pastor House spoke to us, and we tried to calm our members down so that they can go home, and we expect what the liberation will come on. So on their way, others are still aggressive of what the approach was. So they were picked by the police. As of now, there are 5 people at the police custody now.
5, and not 2?
3 of them, yes. 3 of them were, according to them, they were on their way going home. After we asked them to go home, and they were picked by the police. But 2 of them, the police were standing and they got to them, and then the police arrested them. So as of now, I want to understand why they have been arrested, because if we are not law-abiding citizens, I don't think we'll be able to handle the situation up to now. When members were not in agreement with us that they shouldn't go to the House of Road Park, they wanted to go to the Plaza House because they have been there, nothing good has happened to us, and so many things. So we asked them not to go there because we want to have a peaceful walk. That's why we do not see us with brass band and then sound system and so many things, because this is a notification we have sent to the president that we are still at home. Since we finished our national service, nothing has been happening. They have promised that they have been given to us. We haven't had any good result from this. No single nurse has been cleared this year. We are all wondering why it has happened so, because it has never occurred in this country.
Okay.
So just for us to only have our people to be arrested at the police station.
So have you been able to find out from the police, for instance, as to what exactly led to their arrest? I'm sure that there must have been something, Michael.
Yes, that is what our colleague executives have been there to see. So they asked them to write their statement. So they are in the process of writing their statement now as we speak to you.
Have they been charged with anything?
Yes, so we also have to sort another issue. That is why I'm also away to also sort those issues out. But we are not happy of the way the police have handled the matter. If they are not law-abiding citizens, I don't think we will be able to notify them that this is what we are going to carry on. When our police even refuse that they want to go to the pastor because they think our matter has not been addressed accurately.
But Michael, let's clarify this. Michael, was going to the Flagstaff House part of the original plan? Was it part of the route that you chose in collaboration with the police? Was that part of the original plan?
That was our intention, because we wrote to the police.
Intention, but was it an original plan? Did you agree on that with the police?
Plan. The police told us that because that place is a security zone and what has happened at Kumasi, they don't want it to repeat it there. So we should be able to go to the House of Oak Park so that they'll be able to let the people to come there and receive our petition there. So we said, okay, then if that's the case, then we'll notify the Plaza House about our intention to go there. So they will come to the House of Oak and take our petition. So we sent a notification to them again about that. But members said no. Because of that, they are not going to take it because they have been there before. They have used the media all the time, and nothing good has come from it. And the only thing they always keep on hearing is that clearance has been given without knowing when they will get engaged. And they said no, they will not go there. So this morning we have a press conference saying, oh, they should cancel off the picketing because we don't want to violate the laws. And they said no, because we have been law-abiding for so many years and for so many months, it seems like the government have taken it for granted.
So they have to take the law into their own hands?
So we have to. That is why we blocked them and went and informed the police that they should come and then protect us. at that time. The time we were even at the plaza, the police was not there. So we personally have to invite them that they should come in because we don't want it to be like we are taking the laws in our own hands.
Okay.
And now we have turned back to the people that they have been arrested. I don't know what has happened because we haven't seen any of them moving to the plaza that this is what they are going to do.
So I'm sure we'll get to find out exactly why these 5 colleagues of yours were arrested. You heard that Michael Adongo, he speaks for the unemployed bonded nurses, and we said earlier that there were 2 arrests, but he's confirming to us that actually 5 of his colleagues have been arrested by the police. We'll definitely get some answers from the police as well to find out exactly what they did that led to their arrest. But they finally were able to present their petition to the presidency through the man in charge of political affairs, to the Chief of Staff's office.